live, y'all, before I start telling y'all something. Let's see. Hello? Oh, hold on, hello? Is my volume up right? Hello? Alright. A couple people, let's see. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. I've got news. We actually did finish Ray, so he's done. So he don't have anything else to do. So right now, we're gonna focus on Najun, get her started and everything. Like I said, we'll probably do a 3-hour with her, and then like I said, we'll probably get on something else. Probably. Hey, hold on a minute. I'm gonna withdraw for that. I don't think you should get a penalty if you actually voluntarily withdraw yourself, because you're doing the right thing, in my opinion. But what was I saying? Yeah, we could I could see us doing some one of my wrestlers. Like I said, I actually want to beat that where it's like I actually made it through, and now I'm still learning stuff as I go, but I still got challenges that need to be done, etc., etc. So hey, let's do it. Let's keep it pushing. By the way, how's everybody doing? Y'all, it snowed. It snowed here. Now, what does that mean to me, basically? That means it might start snowing a little bit earlier than what I thought it would. And maybe we'll get more of it. Because it's been a while since it has ever actually, like, snowed early. No, we don't worry about that. I need you to repair something. I'm gonna have to change my controller soon too, y'all. So, just know that. But, yes, we are ecstatic to see the snow. We really are. At least I know I am. Let me reiterate that. I'm happy to see it. Because I like snow. Now, if you ain't got nowhere to go, it's its own thing. But if you got somewhere to go, you know, I can see where, you know. Mm. Me too. Good idea. I'm sending to the best place in the Orza. How y'all doing, by the way? I'm kind of glad things are actually are moving a little bit slower for me. Cause like I said, time had been moving fast, y'all. We might do some more Zane and Zach shot. I might actually go and finish. I told you I may not, but I might. Cause these, if I don't finish her on stream, I know I'm gonna be finishing her off stream probably. And then tomorrow I'm gonna be finishing Zen and Darius. I'm gonna try to anyway. And like I said, whatever I don't do with that, I'll do that as well. You know, there's a lot of things that we want to accomplish before the That's not her place. Sound like when people do that. I don't. That, you know, like I said, as me as a tank, I would have said something myself. I would, please don't engage the enemy until I'm ready. Thank you. Oh, Lord, I ain't the tank, sure. What am I doing? But see, that's not her place either, because that's what she's doing is she's going to get the others. I get what she's trying to do, but I said the tank choose that. Like I said, the tank is the leader, y'all. You know, that's how I see it, because here's the thing. There are two things you need to know when it comes down to that. The healer and the tank are going to be most important pieces for the fact that you need someone to take the attention and you need someone who can heal. DPS then falls under importance because they do the damage. But if we were to actually say who actually plays a huge part, the tank does. You're crazy. Let's see. I don't even know how many knives you have. 52. Should be at 6. Should be at 59, and then she'll get some more. Y'all, if we actually do break that 90, because she needs about 90, because like I said, we don't want is it 90 or 120? I don't even remember. But we don't want those other things. And like I said, if I do want them later on, I'll get them. But yep. Y'all, I would be, you know, the funny fact is, I'm gonna see what happens at the end of this stream. I'm gonna see what I tell y'all, because I might actually forget and actually say see y'all Monday, and I'm hoping that I don't, but I could so see it happening because of the fact that I'm like so used to it. But let's hope I don't, because that's just terrible. I shouldn't be saying that, especially if I know that this is, you know, Twitchmas. By the way, y'all, this isn't really like saying Christmas or anything like that. It's more like Twitchmas. It's just saying, hey, we're here. What I consider this as Twitchmas is that I'm gonna be streaming the whole month. Even like it was really just 25 days of Christmas, and you know, I was like, you know what? By the time you get to the 25, you may as well get going and keep going, because like I said, I might be getting something to eat for the next day or Sunday, one of the two, because one day I'm gonna take a moment to just chill after stream and just, you know, if I need to take a moment to breathe and stuff. I mean, I'm breathing now, but you know, cooking, then doing that. But not like to cook, don't get me wrong. I love to cook, you know. But, you know, there ain't enough hours in the day, number one. And then number two, when you're doing it, because I can make a thing of spaghetti and that could last for like 3 days. Because both people be eating off of it and stuff. So I can make that last for like 3 days. So that's almost a whole week, practically. And then I can cook something else that would take care of the rest of the week. You know, so, you know, it's not that it's just, you know, having to do all that stuff. But I mean, I could take time to do it too. I could. It's just, when you get really like into something, it's hard to do it. That's why I say, you know, I'm still kind of doing the Marvel Cosmic Invasion thing, but you know, once we actually get into like this next update and stuff, guess what? we're gonna be doing some stuff with Najee and Zexter now. Because next podium, next mock podium, or whatever they call it, I want them all to be able to do missions. So I don't have to like grind as hard. Who's her? I remember her. She was in a thing with Ray earlier. And don't forget, we gotta get that Archon quest done, y'all. So, you know, we do got some stuff that needs to be handled. So we'll see how everything plays out. Yeah, we got Varka. I don't know when Varka's actually coming exact. I do know he's supposed to be coming. I'm hoping that is beforehand. Okay, y'all, that was a call right there. Dual shock right there. Okay. Okay, I don't know. This girl ain't really doing it. Hello, hello, hello. Give me a second to see your message, please. I'm in the middle of something right now. Alright, let me look. What we got going on here? I mean, why don't we talk? How about this? We'll talk about that later on. How about that? Because I feel that this is deeper than what you think it is. And the thing about this is, I don't want to get on that with stream. This is about Twitchmas. This will be a good time, not an ugly time. So let me get back to you. I will give you a chance to explain to me, etc. And then, you know, that'll be what chooses, because I think this would be the turning point for me. You know. So I'll unblock your number later on after stream, and then we'll talk about that and see what's going on here. Get down to the nitty gritty of what's really going on here. Because cause I've gotten to the point where I'm much too old for this. It really is. You know, it's just tiring. And like I said, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't have my mom anymore to really talk things out with. So, you know, I'm having to really be my own, you know, rock, being able to tell myself where I'm gonna let things go forth, where I'm gonna let things slide, and you know, I'm just too old for that. So let me give you a chance to explain the situation a little differently and see where you stand, and then that will tell me what I need to know. Because like I said, at one point, y'all, when I tell you this, the dude who's talking right now, he was gonna be in the streams. He was. I literally was gonna have him in the streams, and then things just kind of went left. You know, I mean, you know, people, I do try to keep things going. I do, because I like to make sure that, you know, we're all in a positive space, you know, and I'm just like, you know, seeing everything that had happened and etc., it's kind of sad to see how it has unfolded. Because y'all would have seen a lot of more content with probably this person. And as I told another friend earlier, if my brother had truly still been alive, he would have been in my streams. He would have. You know, because I know he would have wanted to. And we would have laughed. Well, we need to talk about that. Sorry, but I can't accept that apology as an apology because, like I said, it's happened so much that this is a real conversation. Like people, when you get someone who's like that, you gotta really sit down and have a conversation, find out what's really going on here. Hang on, man, y'all. Let me get this other controller too. I forgot all about that because this person kind of distracted me just a little bit. But yeah, you gotta have a real conversation. Don't worry, y'all didn't miss anything. It's just I'm sitting there yapping away. No, well, the snow is kind of gone. I mean, it's not gone out the grass. The grass is still snowy, but the road is roughly enough. Hold on a minute. It's something that I'm gonna be talking to this person about later on. Some stuff has situated, and I need to get to the bottom of what's going on, basically. I mean, it's snow. I mean, I didn't think too much of it. Get some shells. But I'm in but yeah, as far as it goes, I'm in a whole nother space, and I'm just trying to keep my head above water. I don't care about that other stuff. Not exactly. I need to get back on that. I've been playing on Get Catching more so. Get Catching is fun. It's super fun, honestly. But like I said, as of late, I've been playing Final Fantasy, and then I've been playing Marvel Cosmic Invasion. That just came out recently, so. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. And somebody else is enjoying it too. Whoa. Come on. No, Lily Tyra, they don't know, but I was in a game with them earlier with Ray. Ray actually was in there. I would say, do you remember me? But I say, they don't really 100% matter. And I know this thing is not after me. That's alright. No, thank you. So I'm just like, Yep, the exact one. And see, that's why I said, you know, I gotta actually have a real conversation here, find out what's really going on here, because I need to know, because like I said, this is gonna become a pivotal point at this moment where things are gonna go, because like I said, I'm just much too old for it now. You know, it's like, unless I said mom ain't here. But and see, that's the thing, and see, that's why I say I'm too old for it. You know, that's why I gotta you have to have a real conversation. When you have something like that going on, you have to have a conversation. You gotta sit down and be calm about it and have a conversation about it and see where everything's actually going, because you want to be in a good space, but you also want that person to be in a good space too. And like TLC said, I watch who I trust, and I watch who I let trust me. Because I don't want it to be said, oh, you know, I trusted, you know, Hero, and, you know, he did this or he did. No. Because at that point, it's like, you know how that's saying, you know, there's a problem? Well, I got the solution. You know, simple and plain. You know, I look at it like that. If we have a real issue, I have the solution, and like Mom always said, back up from a situation. If you already know it's going to turn into something, back up from it. And so that's why I say I'm gonna have it out. I'm gonna have the conversation now. I'm gonna see how it goes. Hopefully it goes great. Hopefully, because like I said, just because you were in here just a moment ago, but that person, they were actually going to be in streams and stuff with me. They were. That's how crazy it is. Like, we were supposed to have been able to go on streams and things like that and just, you know, be crazy, silly, etc., etc. And you know, I could say what I sing, but you know something? It does sadden me to see a situation like that. I mean, it saddens me to see anybody who, you know, you're close to go from your life, you know, like where it's like, oh, you know, because I mean, we all grow, that much is true. But we also have to be in charge of how we grow. You know, I hear people say this all the time, and this is just me. You know, people change. Yes, they do change. But you have to also be in control of your change, where you see you're going. Now, if you know, for like, let's say you haven't talked to somebody in over like, let's say over a year. Okay, you've had time to try to talk to the person, etc., etc., and you just chose not to. You know, when you come back around trying to talk to that person, you might want to be ready that they may not want to talk to you. just in general. Like now, of course, if they know that you're super busy, that's one thing. But if you just like, how do I say it? But if you tell somebody, and I'm disclosing this, I'm telling y'all now, I'm disclosing this, so please take no real offense to it. If you tell somebody, because this was told to me, I've got new friends, I got other things to do. That doesn't really sound too good, because it sounds like what you're saying is you ain't got nothing that, like, you don't want anything to really do with that person anymore, and that, to me, is a very sad situation. It really is. And so I think more so, because see, some people don't realize what they're saying at times, and so because it was said like that, like I said, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna see. I'm gonna get some clarity. We'll get some clarity on this.
And you will see how Eorzea's fate is bleeding the land dry.
Honestly, no. Because here's why. You had your life going on, I had my life going on, and like I said, I already had so much going on that I would have understood if we never had talked again. I really would have, because I had to choose to remove myself. But like I said, this also goes back to if you get real busy that you can't reach out to that person, it's one thing. And like I said, and I'm not trying to be funny or put your business out here, but you know, you do at times have a lot going on, and so because I already had a lot going on, taking care of mom and things, I couldn't handle more stuff, and so I had to make that choice the best way I could, because like people, here's the thing, and I've talked about this in my other streams, I have seizures, okay? And when I get overstressed, my body kind of overheats. And when I overheat, it's a wrap. It is. It's a wrap. And so that's why a lot of times you see me more calm. Like, I'll be crazy a little bit on stream, but you won't see me like going crazy, because my body won't allow me to do that. And I'm not going to push it to make myself do that, because the way I look at it, because I remember when I first started playing online on PS4, I had a seizure one night, and this one dude, another person, this girl, everything, they were like, you got so quiet, I got so worried, and stuff like that. I'm like, and at that time, I didn't even know I had a seizure. That's the real kicker. I didn't even know I even had it. But then I felt where my tongue was like, and I was like, and so I looked in the mirror, and that's when I saw where I bit my tongue, where there was blood on the tongue. And I was like, okay. So I had a seizure. I'm like, okay. And so, you know, I learned that there are certain things I'm gonna put on my plate, and there are certain things I'm not. And I don't want people to think that, oh, that makes me like I don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's that I have to care for me. You know. So no, I wasn't worried. I was not. Yep. And so that's why I say, but you know, when you have seizures and stuff, you got to make sure that you're aware of them. Just like you told me that you're a panic attack, same thing. You know, people have to be aware that if you stop responding, there might be a reason for it, you know. Like people, I will tell you this, no matter what happens in life, protect your peace. Do not let somebody break who you are out, because, you know, we all know that I have to stay calm. And like I said, even now, you know, I'm a little upset at the situation that's now kind of on my mind, because that little message that was there is now kind of on my mind. And so right now, I'm having to tune it out right now. But like I said, I'm gonna get to the bottom of a lot of stuff later on tonight, y'all. Because, like I said, it's a pivotal point. You know, sometimes you gotta let go of things. Sometimes you do gotta let go. It's hard, and take that from somebody who knows. Although I had to let go of my mom, I had to let go of my brother, my dog, my uncle, my aunt. I mean, I've had a lot of things that I've had to let go of, and I was close to those people, really close. So for me, it's somebody who we go back and forth or anything like that, as you said. I'm not gonna put too much stock in that because it's just not in me to do that, especially at this time of the year. Because as y'all know, while this is a joyous time of year, this is also the month that my brother passed. And it was after Christmas when he passed. So, I'm like having to find the joy, but I'm also having to brace for that impact of that day. Because, like I said, everything comes back that day. Everything comes back so vividly. I still remember it. My brother had... So, I'm gonna share with y'all a little bit of what happened that day. Just because I actually want to. So my brother had called me, and this is the crazy part though, because my brother was on a machine, not a respirator, but it was kind of close. I don't know what it was called exactly, but it was helping him breathe. And for as long as we had been going back and forth to that hospital. No, not ventilated. It wasn't that extreme. He was still conscious. Like, he was still able to talk to us and things like that. But what had happened was, for the longest time, he had not been able to talk to us at all. So he told me that he wanted a Slurpee. Okay, I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, what kind of Slurpee you want? And he's like, anyone will be fine. He's like, he just really, really wants a Slurpee. And I'm like, ooh, things must be getting better, because he actually is talking. I get to the hospital, he's still, it was like it never even happened. So we just set the Slurpee up on the little table and everything. And if he wanted it, we could give it to him. But it was hard because he wasn't able to breathe as well. So at one point he was able to eat and stuff, and he got to the point where he couldn't. And that day, that was the last day that he breathed life, because we had my dog Strider, and we needed to go get him, take him out to the restroom, everything like that. And I did that because my mom even told me, she's like, why don't you go out and take him out so that he can use the restroom? And I did. I gave him water, etc. And he just kept whining and whining and whining, and I'm like, something's wrong. Because I was like, I've played with you, I've petted you, I've spent time with you, I've given you water, food. I said, what is going on here? And I started looking back at the hospital. I'm like, something's not right. And I go back in, and I go back up to the floor, where my brother is, and they calling out I see the nurses like running in and things. They got their little stethoscope things and everything, running in, calling out to him, and that's when I knew. I was like, he's gone. And Mom told me when he passed, he sat up one last time with a smile, and that was it. And Memphilia, so I remember that stuff very vividly. You never forget that stuff. You never do. I remember Moms. I remember my aunts. It's one of those things that really just stays with you the rest of your life. So when people ask you, are you still not over something? You know what? Try to keep your cool, but you can always tell them, you know, shut the you know what up. I hate to say it like that, because you never get over somebody passing. You learn to cope with it better, but it's always there. No matter what. Sometimes you feel like you're on top of the world. Other times you feel like you're under the ground. And that's why I say, I'm telling y'all this. You like I don't want y'all to be like, oh, he's sad. No, I'm not sad. I'm relieved because I knew what my brother and my mom had to go through, and my uncle and my aunt. And so to know that they're now somewhere where they don't have to be hooked up, poked, prodded. You know, I still remember a time my brother had to go to the doctor and they needed to do blood work, and I might get a little emotional, don't worry, I'm okay. But I remember coming home from school and he cried to me because he said they kept sticking him and stuff because I guess they couldn't get the blood. And so he said they kept sticking and sticking and sticking. And, you know, I never really was able to go to his appointments like those because I had school. But I'm gonna tell you something, if I would have went to an appointment, they would have been stick. I'd have been like pack, get out. Because I don't play those kind of games. But I understood that, you know, they're doing their job, but, you know, it was hard watching my brother cry because that's not something he did a lot of. You know, that's one thing. When it came to my brother, emotions, you could tell him that you loved him, etc. He'd get upset a little bit only because, but he knew and we knew, you know. But to see him actually break down like that, it was hard. And it was hard because I couldn't be there, you know, to help, you know, make him feel better. Because like I said, I remember one time Mom had told me that she missed being home because I would take care of her, I'd make her laugh, things like that. I'm like, well, give me a second, I'll come up with something. You know I can make a joke, it's easy. And so, you know, things like that, because sometimes, you know, the one thing you want when you're sick is to be able to be home, at least be around people who actually do care about you, whereas somebody who treats you like I told you, my mom had been calling me one day to tell me that she hadn't been changed since first shift. Now y'all gotta think how long that's been, and this was like afternoon / going into evening. So just think how long that's been that she's been sitting in that. And then you're wondering why, you know, they getting rashes and stuff because you're not taking care of them. You can't blame other people. If your actual profession is being a healthcare person, you need to know that that's your job to do that. Like there were times where I can remember put the light on, right? And I can remember how many times we saw my mom's CNA when we would go visit. And I would say the one time that was actually good was because this CNA was about her job. We saw her every hour because she would poke her head in and be like, is everything okay? You know, and I love that. But those other ones, shoot, we'd be there for like 3 or 4 hours, never see them until she need to be changed. You know, so I was just like, well, dang. And so you can only imagine when we're not there what was going on. You can only imagine. And it just makes me so sad. It really does, because that's no way for someone to have to live. And see, the only reason, and then, you know, the only reason they did that is because they thought Mom didn't know what was going on. But let me tell y'all something. From the get-go, she knew what was going on. She knew. They thought she did, and they wanted to treat her like she didn't. And I'm like, well, joke's on you, because I know when my mom's telling me the truth. Okay? So, I'm just like that. And so at that point, that's one of the reasons why I moved from my hometown because I didn't want my mom to be in an unknown place. One, she would have been worried about me, but also because I know what my mom's friend had told us about nursing homes and things, because she's a nurse and she worked in many homes, you know. And so, and she told me, make sure you keep an eye on your mom because they're not gonna treat her right. And I knew that from the beginning, but seeing it firsthand up, let me tell you, it hits a lot different. It hits a lot different. I never in my life would have ever been prepared for what I was seeing. So I will tell y'all, if you ever have to put your loved one in a home, please be sure to keep an eye on things. Because they will do them like yesterday's news. They'll just toss them to the side, only appear when it's something just like this woman, she couldn't feed herself. And, you know, they had been all over the place and stuff, right? Okay, so you expect this woman to eat cold food that you could have left, you know, in the back in the kitchen and stuff, you know, under some kind of thing, or a heat plate, or hot plate, or what not, to keep it warm? But you gonna expect them to eat cold food. I'm like, wow. This is my mom's roommate. But now there's been cases where my mom has told me the same thing, and I'm like, And so I'd have to go and tell somebody about that. But I'm like, and I'd be the first one to tell them, would you expect your loved one to eat cold food? You know, and you know, it's funny because then they look at you like they're dumb. Dude, answer the question. Would you want your loved one to eat cold food when somebody's supposed to be taking care of you? No. You know, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. You know, but this person wanted to act a fool and act like it was none. I was like, nah. Dude, when you're in a home and you're out of sorts and stuff, anybody would be like that. They would just think, oh, they won't know hot from cold. In fact, yeah, I'm not trying to be funny, but do you remember that thing you asked me that time? I'm curious, do you remember that thing you asked me that one time? I'm gonna see if you remember it. The thing I got on you, because remember you had said something once. So this was when this was at another home where I'm not disclosing that information. Y'all need to know where this is. But it was you came in and you were like something about, what does your mom, because y'all know it's a nursing home. A nursing home does smell, because you know people are using the bathroom and stuff on themselves and everything, and you know people don't come cleaning you. You know, it eventually starts to come out and stuff and everything. Well, you had told me, or you asked me, you remember I got mad because you said it, what does your mom think of the smell? And I was like, well, I'm pretty sure she's not thrilled about it. You don't remember that? I was upset by that because, you know, it was more like it became a joke. Like, you know, my mom couldn't have done anything about it. You know, and so, you know, but, you know, my thing is, you know, when you made that little thing, I was upset because I was like, you know, my mom doesn't have a choice in this issue. Because when she was with me, let me tell you something. My mom was super happy. I do. Okay, you don't have to. I know you don't remember it, but I do. So I'm just saying that because I'm not sure if you're being real or if you're being your usual self. Because you have a tendency to tell things and then later on you're like, I do remember that. So I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that right now. Like I said, this is not the time or place for that. So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna put that on the back burner for now. So I don't know if you're telling me the truth right now. So I'm gonna put that on the back burner because there's a 9 out of 10 chance that I might get angry. And I don't need that right now. So I'm gonna put it on the back burner. Not you, not you, not you. This is someone else. Go look at the chat. Go look at the chat. Lord have mercy. I got like 5 different chats going on, and I'm trying to keep up with each one. But no, this ain't you. This is on that chat. Go to the chat. No. Now you know I would tell you straight up. You already know this. No, of course not. You know if I had an issue, and that's something a lot of people don't know now. I will go from 0 to 1,000 real fast, and I will tell you what I'm feeling. You know this, you know. And yeah, like I said, if I didn't got to talk about it, I won't. But if I feel I need to talk about it, I definitely will. So I used to be more meek and mild, y'all. I used to just be like, okay. Now, Hero's more like, get the you know what out of my face. You know. No, I'm sorry. But make sure you on this chat and the Twitch chat so that you can see what's actually corresponding here. Because, like I said, no, definitely not. I would have told you if I had an issue, but no. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, no, that wasn't directed to you. That was directed to that situation because I'm like unsure if that's the real thing, and that's what I'm gonna get some clarity on tonight, because I just want to make sure, is this something to let go, keep it going, or etc. Because people, we must. I mean, that can go in 2 ways. Hold on a minute, let me get this. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so accurate. It's so accurate. In fact, in the scene of that, it shows this dude and Sophia actually looking at her. So I just thought of who that could be. Yeah. Yes, that would be her. Let me see if I can find it. Let me get that clip for you. Hold on a second. Oh, it has all the signs of a classic. Let me. Nah, you know it'd be fact. You know it'd be fact. Yes. But nah, that was said, and so I'm like, I was not too thrilled though when you said that when you had said what did your mom think about the smell? Like, that wasn't a joke. Like, I always felt bad for mom having to be in a situation like that. So for me, it was like, is this a joke? Or is he actually being real? No, he couldn't be. You know. Phew. Huh. Oh, let me see. I gotta heal him. Wait, what? Did I get him? I'm not even sure. Do. Yes. Of course it's looking at me. Have a little bit of that ruin. Got you. Woo! Oh! A little more of that. How do you like my poison? We're not talking about that too much right now, but no, I have not. But we don't really talk about that. See, that's one thing we got to work on first and foremost. I'm gonna let that slide only because, like I said, we will talk about that later on. So I'm gonna let that slide. But like I said, that's one of the things I do need to talk to you about, keeping it together so that we know that that we're not jumping from one thing to another. Like I said, this isn't the place to actually talk about it. But I'm gonna answer your question and say no, I have not yet. But at the same time, you can see that I'm a little bit upset. So right now might not be the best time to ask random stuff like that, because like I said, you did say I don't remember that, and I remember that vividly. I mean, I can't hold you responsible because you don't remember, but I can't tell if you're telling me the truth on that or if you're just playing. I don't know. And see, for me, I'm not one of those people that like to be like, y'all, I call this serious joking, but when it comes down to stuff like that, I can't tell if someone's being serious or if they're being jokey. And like, there's no funniness when it comes to asking how somebody's mom feels about a smell of urine and I just say boo. Yeah. They just ain't that. They you know, we don't see that as beautiful. Oh, they ruined the eyes.
Look for the lips control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby.
But no, I have not seen Diamond yet. I'm actually starting to look at getting back into watching more anime and stuff, y'all. So just give me some time to really catch my thoughts and everything, because so there have been other animes I have wanted to watch, but I just haven't had time to really get into it. But I am going to. Give me a second while he's talking and yapping. Give me a drink, a sip of this drink.
Guys could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? Do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged?
Oh my god.
They were your protectors.
It's funny because they were just staring.
Why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether.
Wait a minute, I messed up that. That one doesn't actually look okay.
Everyone, except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's fate is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Swan, to grovel at their feet?
Oh my god. So funny.
Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world
Oh my god.
anything, man must
Oh lord, that is too.
fought ever to raise himself.
And then we just add the other two and say them and say I can so see it.
And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong
Oh
who dictate the fate of the
my
weak. Knowing this, but a
Lord
single
have mercy,
path is
that is
open
too
to the
far.
infinite ruler. That of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death.
Hey, the only thing missing now
Only a man
is you know
of
what?
power can rightly steer the course of civilization.
What? What's that?
And in this
Let's see.
land of creeping
You
mendacity,
already know
that
what.
one truth will
Let's see.
prove its salvation.
You called the doctor actually? And didn't forget?
Champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat
Ugh.
will serve as proof
But kudos to that
of
though.
my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, but none among you has the
We
power
love that.
to stop me.
We love that. Don't fight it now. Lean into it. Sure. You gotta lean back. Lean back. Ah. Oh, please. Sure. I would. Sure. What you talking about? Yeah. Okay. Oh, he was to okay. So instead of letting it out, okay, I get it now. No, I mean, either way works. I thought you mean he was fighting it and he didn't want it to happen. I was like, wait a second. I was like, what? I was like, hold up a minute. I'm like, he's missing out. That'd be the case. That's why I say, context-wise, shit, I was like, what is going on here? Oh, Lord have mercy. Hey. How do you like my poison? Right? I cannot believe you forgot about that. Yeah, that's crazy. You just told me about it yesterday. Well. Looked like it was snowing again, y'all, but it wasn't. It was just me seeing something. Just it kind of probably was a little drop or something, but it wasn't like snow. I want to see something, y'all. Let me try to see if I can rescover this time. Let me summon it this time. And also, let me turn this off. Wait a minute. That wasn't the right one. My bad. Hold on a minute. There we go. Okay, now we can continue. Okay. Let's see. Bam. 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 We got outburst. We got ruin too. Oh, yes, we need to put that on. Oh no, put that on there. Put that on there. Oh man. Let's see if we can join. Nope! That'll take you guys way too long. Wait. Oh, let me go on to the scholar. And then we're going to set her bar. Again. What's that? I'm still surprised that you did not remember to call the doctor. And you had just told me yesterday that you were going to. Bad. No, snow hasn't started in GTA yet. That I know of. Because I looked. But then again, it could have started later on, I'm not sure. Oh, hold on a minute. Yes, I forgot about these. We got a center. We got swift cast because that's how I use my my revive so fast, y'all. Yeah, that's sweet. I would ask you, but for the life of me, you don't really play, so. No, man, I gotta get this. Alright, let me get that. Oh my god. That is too funny. Okay. Was that person should have gotten that close? I thought they were the tank. Sure. Oh, the tank ain't got their stance on. Oh, even better. They weren't even there, y'all. See, I say be where you're supposed to be, but then again, that person shouldn't have did that anyway. So, ergo, that was their own stupidity for that. When it comes down to it, luckily, I was able to heal. Because that could have been real bad. That's why, you know, people, this is a good example of why you don't actually you don't try to be the tank. Because you don't know if the tank is even there or not. Let that be a lesson though, people. Take from what you just saw, literally. This is why you don't try to be the tank. Because that could have gone worse. That really could have gone worse, actually. crap. Oh, I gotta put my other thing back on. Dang it. Alright. What's this? Somebody messaged me? Hold on a minute, y'all. I did some thing. Let me see what's going on. Strange. Said somebody commented, but I don't see the comment. Okay, let me get back to the game then, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. But so it said somebody had messaged. I just didn't want to ignore the message. And that's why I said thank God for the cutscene. Oh my God. Hey, be so accurate though. Oh my God. Oh God. Well, that's right, 'cause you got tonight's your work night again. I forgot all about that, honestly. No wonder it wasn't working out. Wait a minute. Yo, this is why it pays not to do your bar while you're in battle. Also, Jay, make sure you actually stick around, because like I said, this is just part one of the stream. We're about to. I'm not saying it's gonna be an everyday thing, but there's another part to this, so stick around. But you don't have to that, I'm just saying. I do need to just tell y'all for real, because now that it's Christmas time, yeah, pretty much. My little outfits have come back and things. That's one thing I like about GTA though, is that it tries to stay a little bit relevant with things, and I like that a lot. What is it that I'm looking? Oh yes. We do practice everything that you preach, and it's something that I may believe. If you got it, baby, give it to me. You know, we having people valid. I'm telling you. Good as a kid going for, you don't even be doing all that. Shoot, she really thinks I'm paying attention to her. You don't pay attention to her. I mean, they all kind of do, so. Yeah, that tank is being extra. I feel like we might finish Najunda. I think. Don't quote me on this, y'all. But let's see. How many did she have? We had 40 something. 40 something. She might make it. Again, like I said, once we do that, we'll just. Like if I don't do it on stream, I'll do it after. But then I'll just focus on Zane and Zach. Because Zane already has what he needs. Because I said I'm gonna be doing Darius and Zen either tomorrow or next week. Next weekend. Just know it'll be before the update.
Keep your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
Tell me, For whom do you fight? Do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Swan, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come. Champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, but none among you has the power to stop me.
In fact, I just had finished the battle pass, but I forget the exact day, but I ain't not finished it. The rest of the day, Glacier drop. I'm gonna say that Black Ops Summer, and it had ended so, Black Ops 6 had ended so fast. Like I said, just a year, that's not a lot. So that also means that any of the costumes that they had to like get permission to use and stuff, if you didn't get them right away, then you kind of lose. You snooze, you lose. You know, that's kind of the playing video games, you know. There's always wanted a newer, bigger, better thing, which, like I said, sad because, you know, sometimes bigger is not always better. See, a lot of people get these things, and it's just because the graphics. I mean, don't get me wrong, graphics are nice, but I like to play the game. So the game is not hitting if the game ain't giving. And guess what? I'm not interested. Exactly what you think you came back to. Dad! Which ironically, that one verse of that is actually exactly what happened with those particular two. Because I felt like that the person decided to actually try to be the tank. I didn't care for that. But again, I've never been. Hey, you know, I'm not telling you, but the way you have her set up, I am not surprised. Cause that little portrait that you have, anybody would think that she trying to hit that. That was her. There it is. That was her. Here we go. Yep. Yep. Yes. No, when you be going into this dungeon, shit, that thing be seductive as all get out. Like sometimes I was like, well, my goodness. Well, if she won't trying to get somebody's attention, she was definitely going about it the wrong way. Dude, look at her portrait. You remember that? Okay, let me get it for you. Let me get it for you. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, that ain't the one. You had another one. And it was only one of your DPS, not your tank. Wait. Oh, you changed it. Okay. Because that was not what it was. Wait a minute. No, there it is. Yeah, that's way too seductive. I couldn't see it because you had the coat on, but yes, that is way too seductive. And that's way too seductive too. Let me send this to you real quick. Now let me check how many of these I'm gonna need. Yes, even you don't think so, but in the world of this kind of stuff, and that one right there too, you may not see it, but that is actually one of those things that people really pay attention to. It's like, ooh, okay, she's showing a little bit of this, she's showing a little bit of that, okay. Wait a minute, she gonna need more. I'm sorry, y'all. I did that wrong. She gonna actually need more, so we probably won't finish this on stream today. But I'll probably be doing it later on. I forgot about those other things. That's alright. Amen. Let me show you what I'm getting from that. Give me a second. Let me get it right here. Let me see if I can get the right thing. Okay, so what you just said, just think of what a lot of online is made up of. Think about that carefully for a minute. Pardon my French, but it's a bunch of horny dudes that are waiting for a girl to come on so that they can get freaky freak. Exactly. And the gas works here, so yes, I'm sending that too. Give me a second. This will be your girl right here. This will be your girl right here. This will be her right here. I mean, it happens to me too, but I'm saying at least it's almost like I'm not really putting it out there, though. She's actually putting it out there. Like, I could see if if your portrait was being ugmo, that's one thing, but it wasn't ugmo. Like, look at this, y'all. Look at my portrait. Let me see. Now, who's really looking at Najun? Who's really looking at that? Nobody. That's who. My girl is very, very reserved when it comes to that kind of stuff. I mean, if you don't, that's one thing I say, if you don't want your character being flirted with or anything like that, don't make them so seductive like. It's that simple. Because there's always going to be somebody who's looking. You know, that's just facts. Yeah, someone thinks Najun is beautiful in that portrait. Okay, you got very interesting taste then. Because I'd be like, wow. Exactly, but how many dudes do you know be looking at that stuff? Exactly. See, you gotta factor that in. Like, yes, your OC is a model, but in the world of video gaming, it's just like, okay, y'all, so, you know how you have, a lot of ladies and stuff that be playing shooters and stuff. Well, you know, it has come to like, you know, conclusion that a lot of guys do not look at a woman as being as a shooter. They'll even go as far as to say you need a real shooter on your team. Okay, I know girls that be getting headshots left and right, and I'm not talking sexual. I'm talking about actual headshots in like Call of Duty and things like that. And you know, and what they do is they have to do it sometimes. Super what? Oh, I don't know what that is. So sometimes they have to actually, you know, make like a Smurf like account because they get tired of, you know, dudes harassing them, you know, and be like, and so it's like, and so once the dude actually finds out, oh, I was this person, you just thought I didn't know what I was doing at that time. And it's sad because, you know, it's always, yeah, but look at how she's doing it. Look at how she's doing it. See, that's the thing. A lot of people would not say that. That to a lot of people, it'd be like, ooh, that's rather slutatious a little bit. Because from the way she's doing that, it's almost like, let me go down on you. Yes, but I mean, don't forget that's a child show though, so you can only go so far. But put that in another atmosphere and look at it, and then you can really see what I'm saying. See, when you're okay, so example, okay, you know how streamers put sometimes 18 plus on their stuff, or you know, this is something, this is this or something like that. It's because you don't know what they may say or do or etc. And like you said, that's tame, but guess what? That's also a child show. I mean, with like, what was it, TVY7? Then the newer one is more geared towards kids. But that one where we grew up with, that was more TVY7. And that was the one that had the like violence, the actual plots and the actual fun and stuff going on. You know. But it was still a child show. I mean, they're not about to show something XXX on Cartoon Network and let kids be watching it. Absolutely not. And so that's why it was tame more so looking. But let me see. Again, and that's another. See, they never thought about how that actually looked. But at the same time, it was still seen a certain way. You know, ratings are very interesting. Like I said, shows are not going to allow too much. Like I said, that's just blowing a kiss as far as it goes. Now, let's say she was in a bikini doing that. There's a good chance that that would have been censored out. Just like there was an episode of Dexter's Laboratory that was censored out because it was using the Silver Surfer, and it made the Silver Surfer be very flamboyant, and people didn't like that, and so they kind of banned it, like from even showing. I saw it once, but after that, you know, because you know, so it just depends on what the network itself is going to actually allow you to show, and what they're going to actually allow to put on their own thing, you know. But I can tell you right now, you being curious on why so many are after her, yeah, that's why. Yeah. Oh, and she was another one. Oh my God, I cannot tell you how much people were just doing all kinds of pictures and stuff, images and things. Oh my God. Hey, what's up? We got Black Phoenix in the house. So let me get y'all a little shout out here. Hold on a minute. Give me 1 second to get past this part. I saw you play Marvel Cosmic Invasion. That game be fun. It be challenging at times, but it'd be super fun. Once I get you a little shout out going on. I have to actually learn how to actually shout people out for real. But you know, get these people some health. How are you doing today, by the way, Phoenix? Let's see. There we go. Y'all hit that follow for me, y'all. Sure. Spread the love. Do-do-do. But yeah, there's a lot of things though. So when you tell me you know why all these guys are looking at your girl, believe me, as a guy, I know why. Julie Zen be getting a lot of flirtatious stuff. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, Zen ain't even doing nothing. She minding her business. And y'all being like horn dogs about it, like that ain't it. So sometimes I'd be like, but see, I'm about to make, no, this is just a joke, It is. Feel the wrath of a goddess. Yeah. But as far as it goes, he wouldn't be really, he really would not be able to actually protect her, because then that starts up a lot of stuff. So honestly, when you get people like that who are like being over sexual with things, etc., then you got to put them on ice fast. And that's what I've had to do with Zen. When people start getting too flirtatious or anything like that, like they'll say, oh, you know, your character is pretty, I'm like, thank you. And it's like, they have really nice. I'm like, okay, now you're getting weird about it now. You know, I allowed that first part, but now you're getting extra with it. Usually, in the past, I've gotten remarks about her lips. They like the lipstick and stuff, choice of that. And I'm like, thank you. But then it turns into something else. I'm like, ugh, okay, now you're getting weird, dude. Don't be weird. You know. That's why also I've been telling you, when you be having your characters doing things around my character, that's why I mean don't be weird about it, because it do be strange a little bit for me. I'm just saying, you know, like, I know some people are like, it's whatever. To me, that's a little bit out there. Yeah. Look at we doing poke. Answer yourself, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, but that's just how I am. I'm like that. Like I don't mind some things, but after a while things do get kind of weird where it's like you know, and it makes me really uneasy where it's like, okay, now it's getting a little bit out there for me. You know what I'm saying? By the way, y'all, I probably will be gone Saturday, and so not this Saturday Sunday, but next Saturday Sunday. So I'm gonna try to get my streams in a little bit, like probably like a double stream, do one and then do another one, like because I don't want to miss out on Twitchmas. So just know that there will be a moment where I will not be here. Now Sundays might be able to work because I'll be able to actually do that, but I'm gonna be going back to my hometown to actually see family and stuff. So I'm probably gonna be unable to actually be there. Like that, I'll see close to time because I'll see what time I'm going. If it's gonna be early in the day, I probably won't have a chance to really come back and actually do a stream. Because we're going to try to get it in as much as we can, because you know we're seeing family. Like this, like I haven't seen my cousin, this one cousin, since my uncle passed, and that was back in I want to say 2015, 16, 17, in that era. And the thing, so I want to definitely see them. Yep. This is also the cousin that any of y'all that I've told y'all about is also the one that's really good with tech and stuff too. So, you know, who knows? I might be talking. We might be having a conversation about upgrading and stuff this stream and everything. So, let's hope everything goes accordingly. Cause like I said, I want y'all to be able to do things. But I want y'all to be able to, like I said, I'm not 100% keen on the camera thing, but I am not against it either. So we'll see. So I'm gonna be talking to them probably about that when I do see them. But yeah, whatever you do online, just know that it represents. It really does. And so, like I said, if you don't want her being harassed, etc., make sure that you actually keep it so that she's able to be like, okay, you know, he's making me feel uncomfortable. I don't like it. Because there's always going to be somebody who's doing that. There's always going to be somebody who's doing it. And so, yeah, but that's up to you. That's not up to my character or anybody else's. Now, like I said, if it's a canon thing, awesome. You could easily say, yeah, this is mine. You know, I don't do that. But like I said, you have to do that accordingly. And you gotta, ooh, wait a minute, not you running back. That's just like a actual brother and sister running a dungeon, and you know, you start being mean to that person, and then that person jumps in because they upset. Like, you're not gonna, like, they like, you ain't gonna talk to my brother or sister like that. Of course he's looking. Back up. That's why when I do characters, I make sure that I keep them a certain way. Like, y'all seen my character in GTA. What did I name it? Oh, Daviana. There we go. Yes, Daviana. Daviana, and how she and Jerome got together is its own thing. Like I said, The two are very interesting together. Now, how he got with her, cause see, Jerome he's more of like your typical guy, but Dariana, she's kind of like, what do you want from me? Like, what exactly do you want? Also, for those who don't know, Jerome is Darius's cousin. So he actually had a hand in when it came down to the Machinist. But yeah, I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but I'm just telling you, just know that what you do is its own thing, you know. That's why I told you when you first told me about that you were doing FF or you were trying to keep characters secret. Do you remember what I told you before you actually told me who was who? I'm gonna see if you remember that. What I said. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I said it. Let me see. Hold on a minute. What's going on? Hold on a minute. I'm looking at this right now. Not you, somebody else. This is another conversation I'm having. I've got like 5 different conversations going, dude. So just know that. So if it sounds like you don't know what I'm talking about, just know I'm probably talking to somebody else at the same time. Yeah. I'm talking to you about that. Do you remember what I said when you first told me that you were joining FF? And you were trying to keep characters secret and stuff? Do you remember what I told you? I mean, I know you probably was wondering, wow, he was really harsh with that. And I was, but it was because when I told you that. Okay, so you were like, so when you made your characters, you said you'll be surprised who I made, etc., etc., etc. And really, and I'm being honest when I say this, and not in a bad way. Honestly, at that moment, I probably didn't, and you've heard me say this before, I probably wasn't even thinking about it, because honestly, your journey in FF is your journey, just like mine is mine. Najun, when I made her, that's all me. That has nothing to do with who she's with in RP or anything like that. Same with Raging. It's all about just having fun, being me. Wait a minute, what's going on? Come on, Tank. But that's why I probably wasn't as concerned about it, because I was like, just make sure you're doing it for you, because at the end of the day, you're the one who's playing the game, not me. Just like right now, I'm playing the game and I'm doing what I do. You see what I'm saying now? So that's why I was like, go and just tell me who it is so that I just know, you know, because there was always a chance that we would not have played. There's always that chance. And so that's why I was more interested in just you telling me instead of a riddle, because like I said, and I tell this to other people too, make sure whatever you're doing for you, not for me, not for anybody else. Because at the end of the day, if I stop playing this tomorrow, then what? Another solicitor. But at least this time it hasn't been as consecutive as yesterday. Yesterday it was just going left and right. That's why I always say, when you get a game, make sure you're getting it for you. And I used to be stupid and I got things for people, and you know what the funny part is? I end up having to play the game myself, like by myself, because they, even though they said that they would, they never was on. But see, the problem is because I started really streaming and stuff, I didn't want you thinking that, oh, that automatically gives you an in on what I'm doing. See, that's why I said that though, because off the back, it was like, guess who I made, or it's a surprise, like you already assume that I'm going to just play with you. And that won't be the case. And that's why I said, you need to just go in and tell me. Because, you know, there's always a chance that we would not have. You know, don't get me wrong, y'all, we did actually do it. We actually did play together. But what I'm saying is, here's the thing. A streamer does not have to play with anybody. It's not obligated. You know, we do what we feel we want to do or how we do it. You know, and that's kind of what a lot of these other streamers that I remember seeing who were like, do you have a sub badge? No? Okay, well then you can't play with me. Or if I've given okay, that's, you know, that's what I'm saying. No, it's not actually meaner, because here's the thing. This is indeed a job. So this falls into making sure that one's respecting the craft of the job. That's like me, if I came to your job and say, can I have some free tokens or some free chips? Nor is this unknown to your master. No, that's probably just because of the way I sound. Like I said, y'all, I do sound pretty intense, but I'm actually not. This is just how I sound. Even the great Louis swore to grovel at their feet. You know, but I don't mix that up, because like I said, if I ever need to actually say something to somebody about something, you know I will. No, that's just how I sound. Dude. But yeah, that's why I was a little bit like that, because like off the bat, it felt like you were already including yourself in like, okay, you know, just like I said, I don't mind playing, that's not a problem, but it's like, it's more like you can't just assume it, you have to ask it, you see what I'm saying? Just like, that's not the point. That's not the point. You're not a threat to anybody's streams or anything like that. It's just a streamer does not have to actually play with somebody. That's just how it is. You know, they don't have to actually do that. That's what I'm saying. This isn't about whether you feel threatened about a streamer or anything like that. No, because, you know, nobody has to actually play. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. That's just facts. Like, once you, like, I remember people saying that they used to play with their viewers and followers, and as they got, you know, up there more, if you didn't have a sub badge, they said, hey, you can't play. But it's not even about the sub badge, it's about just what you expect in your stream. Like people, I watch a lot of people stream, okay, and they've got huge counts. But like I said, I don't feel threatened by that just because you said that. You know, I actually feel like that was something that came off a little bit weird that was even said. I'm just saying, and I don't feel threatened at all. I'm having fun. I'm vibing. You know. But I appreciate the sentiment, kind of, you know, I do appreciate that. Nah, don't worry about it. It's not important. I just got a message about somebody not threatening, not threat to the stream, and I'm like, wait, what?
people, I'm not feeling burdened. I'm doing me. That's the thing of the day. I can't be more than what I'm already. It is what it is. But in time, more people might be more in tune to watch and things like that, and I'm okay with that. Rome was not built in one day, okay? I hear that, and that's something I've always held into things. Just like getting the views is the hard part, but at the same time, it's not impossible. Let me ask you this. Do I sound like I'm being a little bit, mean? Oh, well, thank you. Yep. And that's what I told him. I said, I'm just talking like I normally would. That's how I talk, Right, exactly. If I felt that way, I definitely would not be streaming in general. Because there are so many that stream that are probably better than me. Easy. In fact, they are. But I'm hoping that you're getting something from, from this stream. I'm hoping you're getting a little something from it, whether it's just a relaxation or just a few laughs just to be crazy and stuff like that. But now if I actually felt threatened, I probably would not actually stream. I'd probably be like, oh, I'm so scared. Nah, I don't feel that way. Years ago I probably would have felt that way, but I'm so glad to be able to be here to talk to y'all, etc., because it makes me happy to see that so many people have actually, hit that follow, or, seeing my stuff on YouTube, the views that I get later on, But I will say, if y'all watching later on, please be sure to hit that follow, because every little bit helps. And like I said, we want to see y'all in the stream as well. But I'm not going to talk about that issue anymore, because like I said, I think it was a misunderstanding that came out before it was, really talked about. Oh, well, she needs this, doesn't she? Yep, she needs that. Crap. So she's going to need a couple more bits. So that's alright. Hey, that's alright. We got her now. Now all of them have that rub, and I need to actually get her better gear. Hold on a minute, y'all, before we continue that. Give me a second. Because I know she's got stuff that she can use now. Oh, hold on a minute. Did we get this? We got that. Okay, she got the boots. 3, and that's 3. Okay. Oh. I got a little more on that can. Something on that, because we don't want that. From the holster. Okay, I'm actually feeling this actually. Go ahead. I see you. Welcome in, y'all. Just in time. We have a second part of this stream coming up. We're gonna be doing. Let me see how much. What time is it now? We got 2 more of these to do on this, and then I'm gonna be switching over to Marvel Cosmic Invasion. So if you like Marvel, and if you like beat 'em ups, and if you like things like that, be sure to hang in after stream because I'm on console, so I'd have to close this stream out and go into another stream. But so far, how is everybody doing? Okay. Well, that's good to hear. I'm so glad. I can understand that, but to come out and say that was kind of like not it. That's the problem that I'm having is like I kind of felt like that came off kind of wrong in a way because it was like I'm not threatened by you. Like, that's the least of my thing, you know, because at the end of the day, like I said, you know, you're not paying my bills. You're not putting food on my table. So when you said that, I was kind of like drawn back a little like, did she really just say that? Like, I know what you're saying. I do really understand what you're saying though too. But I'm just saying, when you said that, it's more of, I don't have to feel threatened, more so I just don't have to play with somebody if I choose not to. And that's alright for any streamer, honestly. Any of them will tell you that. That's just point blank facts. So that's what really kind of got me more so. Is more so it was like, you know, you don't have to feel threatened. I'm really not, honestly. I'm really just trying to just do my thing. I'm trying to just be, you know, cordial, keep it together, have fun, etc. Ooh, I'm going to heal these people up. Well, no, not exactly, but it was something was said that came off a little bit weird for me, and so that's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, but here's the thing. That kind of wording, even though I know what your condition is and saying the things, I still am not going to turn a blind eye on that though. Because the words came out wrong in that case. And so that's where my issue is coming. It wasn't like, oh, you know, I'm not understanding. I'm also understanding, but I'm also understanding that it was said though. So that's what I'm saying in a whole. I understand what you're saying. I do. But it's like, you did say something that was really out there that I'm touching base on a little bit. You know, that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be ugly or anything like that to anybody. I'm just saying, when it came off the way that it came off, I was like, because it was like, when you say that, you said, you don't need to be threatened by me. I'm not. I'm literally not. I'm literally just playing the game and having fun. And I mean, as a streamer, I do get to choose who I play with and who I don't play with. You know, that's just facts. Yeah, but you said, because I'm not a threat to your streams. okay, that you did say that, though. And that's what I'm touching base on, is that you did say that. I never saw you as a threat. I didn't see nothing. I just was playing the game and things like that. So I don't even know where that even came from, honestly. Yeah, but we're not talking about problems. We're talking about what was said. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I told you that you did say that. And so, you know, you're going to own it. No. We're not going to do all that. We're not going to do all that. We're going to calm down. I appreciate that, but no, we're going to calm down because we don't want it to escalate into anything like that. I appreciate that, though. Believe me. But no, we using our words here, people. But that's when you ask me or talk to me and ask me, am I actually saying something, or am I offending something, or am I saying something that shouldn't be said? Because then we can maybe work on that. But if you're saying that I'm feeling threatened, I'm not. That's just facts. Because all I'm doing is playing the game and entertaining. Even be able to see, that's why you gotta work on that wording, because the way it just came out at that very moment really did come off really bad. I'm just saying, it really came off really bad. And like I said, I get what's happening here, but I'm also like, you know, I mean, I'm just saying, cause see, people look at this, I'm not even mad. That's it, I'm not even mad. I'm literally calm about this. I'm talking about the situation, but I'm not upset or anything like that. I'm just saying that when that was said, it was rather off point a little bit. You know, I personally myself, I wouldn't have said that. Okay, so this is what happens then. At that moment, take a moment to step back before you say anything more until you really know what to tell the person, because the more if you're confused on what to tell somebody, it's gonna come out even more bad than how it sounded. That's what I'll tell anybody. Find a moment to grasp what you're really trying to say, and then come back and tell me. Then what do you mean? I'm confused. Now I'm confused. Now I'm confused. What are you talking about there? Please explain. Okay, so what you're saying is I sounded like I was saying something. Okay, so I've already explained my side, that I'm not threatened, but here's the thing. It's not even a matter if you're a threat or not when it comes to the gaming or the streaming, because like I said, there are other people who stream as well, and like I said, we are all doing practically the same thing. And so what that means is, if I choose to not have played with you, that would have been my own choice. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm not saying I'm actually going on and actually say, no. What I'm saying is that it wasn't about threat. It wasn't about any of that. It was more like, that is just a choice that I can make. So I think what happened was, maybe what I said came off a certain way, that you didn't understand what I meant when I said it, but you know, that's what I'm saying. That was not what I wasn't trying to be like, oh, you know, I'm being evil, Knievel, no. I'm telling you from a streamer standpoint that a streamer does not have to actually play with people if they don't want to play with people. Just like when you asked me that one day, could you play with me? And I told you I'm running solo queue. and stuff like that. Just because, you know, at that time I really didn't want to play. And like I said, I was trying to get ready to eat and everything too. So that's what I'm saying. Nah, but here's the thing. When you come into someone's stream and you start doing that, remember what I told you. You gotta be cautious of what you say when you're in the stream, because you're in someone's stream. As a guest, you have to actually be on your behavior a little bit, and that's why I'm saying that. Because I hadn't said anything outside of that, and then it came off as, I'm not a threat to your stream. I'm like, I never said you were. There's a difference. You know, it's one thing if we're just talking, but when it comes to the stream part, you do have to realize that what you say can affect it differently. Oh no, because here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this, and this isn't supposed to be evil, Knievel, or anything like that. Someone gets out of hand too much, you can put a warning on them, time them out, or you can just ban them straight from the stream in general. That's how I would look at it. You know, and you know, when you ban someone, you don't even have to tell them why you're doing it. You can just do it. So that's why I'm saying, I'm not mad. I'm literally just confused because it was like, how did I'm not a threat to your stream come up? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because like, I'm like, okay, when you said that, I was like, I never said she was a threat. When did I say that? Okay, well then in that case, once things start to get kind of out of hand, then that's when you gotta take a minute to step back and say, wait a minute, he may be confused, I may be confused, and things like that. Because like I said, when I go to someone's stream, if I don't understand something, I may ask, but I mean, at the same time, I just go in and be cool and just be like, hey, you know, I don't know what's going on right now, so let me just take a minute just to watch and see what happens. Because as you can see, y'all, I'm not mad at all. I'm just talking. I'm really talking. Like, I know people think, oh, you know, he sounds mad, but I'm not. I'm really actually pretty calm. It's probably the most calm I've been all day, probably. And that's what I'm saying. You know, and with that, I will say, instead of us still talking about it, let's just leave that where it is. We do know now where we came up, and we know where where the fine line comes in. Because see, now it's turning into, because it now is kind of turning into something else that wasn't something else like 5 minutes ago. And we don't want that. We want to just leave that where it is at this point. You know. And so when we get like that, we have to take a moment. We have to take a moment to breathe. We gotta be like Ariana here. Just keep breathing and breathing and breathing. You know, and at that point, we calm ourselves down. Because like I said, you gonna be going in tonight. The last thing you need to do is go into work upset. So this is what we call learn to fight the battles and choose where to back off the battles. This is a battle that's not really super important right now. That can be talked about a whole nother day, you know, or etc. But no, I think we both have an understanding of what happened, and that's what's important. I like that look on Najun, but I do like the other look better because she's wearing like, it's like a thigh high with a skirt, but yeah. But now, We go. Run, girl. No. And before I get on Marvel Cosmic, I need to turn on these lights and use the restroom because, like I said, we would have been on 3 hours, and you know, I'd be drinking and stuff here and there, you know. In fact, I gotta get a sip of this drink right now, huh? And y'all, I'm gonna be having my first taste of the season of eggnog. We got some from the store, and I am raring to have a taste. Not that kind of drinking now. You know better than that. Nah. I take seizure meds, so I can't be having that. My doctor would hit the roof if they even thought that was actually going on. No, but I do got some eggnog though. Non-alcoholic, thank you. Besides, I've never really had a feel of wanting to drink. You know. Well, you know, eggnog is tricky. It's a very, very strange taste, but it's like an acquired taste. It's kind of like cilantro. Some people can drink eggnog, some people can't. Some people can eat cilantro, some people can't. Some people say it tastes like what is it? Like a lemon soap kind of thing, and then other people adore it. Yep. And so I think it's one of those things. I think it's more like an acquired taste that just depends on the person, you know. But I do like it. It's a unique experience. And you know, it's like another streamer was talking about, because they had never had eggnog before, so I told them about it in their stream and everything. And when they finally tried something for the first time, they said, you know what, this tastes like what you would think of Christmas actually. I'm like, right. Because it really do be a festive drink. Like, I couldn't see myself. I know some people make eggnog from scratch, but I just could not see myself drinking eggnog in the middle of the year. It's just like with dressing. I only make it during Thanksgiving and Christmas. I never make it for Easter. I don't make it for New Year's. You know, you could just get a store brand, honestly, like Food Line or Walmart. I know this is just me, I wouldn't get the Kroger brand. I've had the Kroger brand and it wasn't that good. But you don't need no real, like, 100% name brand, any of that stuff, like ones that come in glass bottles and stuff. You don't need all that. Yeah, that one I didn't care too much for. I tried that too. I would say just go for a Kroger Food Line one. I missed the Food Line's old one because they had a packaging where it would show like a little cabin, Christmas lights. Like, it really gave a Christmassy vibe. Just like I like those Polar Bear Coca-Cola commercials. Those were like awesome to be like watching and stuff. It was always interesting to watch those. And then we had the Campbell Soup commercial with the snowman. Yeah, I don't know if we had that here or not. I'm not sure. I had to look back. Oh, wait, you mean, okay, I know what you mean. You mean the little bubble ones. Yep, we've had those, yep. I said, ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so busy talking, I forgot. I'm so sorry. I love it, y'all. Let me focus on this real fast, and then I'll get back to you. I am not focused. Oh
I do watch movies. What are you talking about? I do. Yeah, I love a good Christmas movie. But it has to be a good Christmas movie. It can't be like one of those ones that's so, like, just boring and stuff. I need a fun one. But no, I watch Christmas movies. What you talking about? Got you. Here's this. Wham! Got some poison. Alright, get ready for a little dance. Get ready for a little dance. Now y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, I did like Grandma Got Another Ride Reindeer. That was probably one of my favorites to see during Christmas time. Grandma Got Another Ride Reindeer. And then of course, I mean, this ain't exactly a movie, but the special Charlie Brown Christmas. Loved Charlie Brown Christmas show. You know, one of my things that I remember, okay. Listen, y'all. I do not exactly like Home Alone. Believe it or not, I know that's weird, but I'm not really a huge fan. This is just me though, it's its own thing, but not for me. I had to. Oh my god. But yeah, so nah, I'm really a Home Alone person. Like, I watch it, but it's not like my favorite now. But I do like Grandma Got Another Ride Reindeer. That's probably one of my favorite ones to watch. And then like I said, Charlie Brown Christmas. And then I watch other movies too. There was this one my mom had watched, and I started watching too. It was this woman, she was very successful. Her children, she had 3 sons. One worked with her. The 2 others were somewhere else. I can't remember exactly all the details. But this one girl, she was the woman's assistant, and she was able to pull all the sons together. And it's funny because the sons, it was 3 sons. So think about the 3 wise men. So she was able to get them all together, and I loved that so much. I can't remember what it was called. Let me see if I can look it up. Hold on, man. Let me see if I can look it up, because then I can tell you. But it was a great movie. It really captured what Christmas is about. Is that what's that? You should find yourself in the chamber of the ultimate weapon. I'd look at that later on only because I'm on streams, so I can't really look at it. Let me see. Let me see if I can find this again. Me and Mom both watched this together. Alright, is this it? Is this it? Yes! Okay, so this is what it's called, y'all. It is called Road to Christmas. Yes. If you have not seen that, I'm gonna put it in here. If you have not seen that, give that a watch. It's actually very, very entertaining, and it really captures the essence of Christmas very nicely. I loved it. Mom loved it. It was spectacular. So, Yes. So if y'all looking for a Christmas movie to look at, give that a watch, because I loved it. You know, I thought it was really nicely put together and etc.
It is
So.
not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing.
He like Darius, he's half naked. Go ahead.
The beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely
Very nice
respond in
movie.
kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to
I can't remember that dude. Did he? No, he worked with the mom. He did because he had ideas, and the other two didn't care to work with the mom like that. Or well, one of them felt a certain way, but the other one he was more of a free spirit. But it was a nice movie. It was. And the fun fact. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but actually, let me say it like this. I don't want to spoil it because y'all may actually want to watch it. So, but
and you will see how Eorzea's fate is bleeding the land dry.
But it was an interesting movie. Like I said, I told y'all kind of what happened at the end, but it's important to see how it got there and how it all transpired. So, but yeah, give it a watch. And like I said, it's very family oriented. It's like this is something that you and the family can watch. This ain't no inappropriateness and stuff like that that I remember. I don't remember no cussing going on. But I definitely don't remember no sexual stuff going on. So,
to this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest.
now that I couldn't tell you. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you can look it up and see. Let me see. Now you might be able to see it on all these on these other things because, like I said, you can't. Well, you got Hallmark, but I'm pretty sure you can see it. Maybe it wasn't like that. Maybe it was that. I have to look it. I have to check into that and see what that's about. But yeah, I mean I know what it's about, but like just yeah. But I want to see what it's all about, like who's doing what, etc.
Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule.
Oh, and you know what the fun fact is? These are the characters actually. This is why it's so interesting. So you have one dude's name is Danny Wise, the other one is Derek Wise, and then you got David Wise. So you got the three wise men. Yep. So I think they really wanted to really go with the whole, three wise men kind of motif thing, and I like that a lot. And we got one more after this to go, and then must be switching games. Yeah, I didn't even see that. You gotta turn the camera at the last minute. I got you. Here we go. Y'all remember that previously on Family Guy thing where all the characters are like doing this like what is this about the nonsense, but it was like there was this part where Lois is like and Meg are in the hospital room and Meg's like, face it, he's never coming out of that coma, and then Lois slaps her. I remember my friend and when we saw that it was like because she went whap. I was like, sure. And we both did it at the same time too. That's the crazy part. We both was feeling that. Okay. That was back when Family Guy was actually good, y'all. I ain't trying to be funny to nobody, but I feel like in a way Family Guy was coming down for me. Like I prefer classic Family Guy over the new one. Wait a minute now, what was that? He was chemically castrated. Wait, what season was that? Because I probably haven't seen it. Because remember, I stopped watching after like, I want to say after season 6 I stopped watching Family Guy. So I don't really watch it like that. So if it came anytime, everything. Oh God, no! I haven't seen that one. I didn't watch season 14. Oh Lord, I ain't got no energy. Nah, I don't. Yeah, I stopped watching Family. Spread out, spread those legs. Down. Down. But yeah, I only like I'll go back and watch little snippets of Family Guy, but like far as actually watching actual episodes after the 69, I kind of fell off. What is she doing? That's why we got her a little robe. So that's what happened. That's why she got a less. Okay. Alright. You have to get these little minions, and as far as it goes, minions don't really count for anything themselves, honestly. But no, let's try to get little things. So I ain't worried about these, because like I said, by the time you put on the gown, who's gonna really see that? Excuse me. I felt that on Family Guy, man, like a while back. Sure. And that's it. Hang around after this, y'all, because we're gonna be going. I'm gonna restart the stream with something else. So, you know. Like I said, my friends told me that they would actually help. I said it's either gonna be this weekend or next week, because we just gotta do it before. The 16th is on what? It's on a Tuesday. So the Tuesday after this one is when the new season, not new season, new patch comes out for this new update. So. But if I don't do it tomorrow, just know we still gonna be on, because like I said, this is a but I call it 25 days of Christmas, but it's more than that. This one, not this one, but the next one, yeah. And so that's gonna be that. Like I said, I'll be back and forth for that, and then we get to hang out with my cousin. No, unfortunately not. But that's okay too, cause like I said, other people gonna be going places and things like that and stuff, so. So I'm gonna be frying the chicken, y'all, like I did last year. And the year before that, and everything like that, so. Not the year before that, but the year before that. Cause, like I said, I've been on the go with mom and stuff, so, you know. So, but, yeah. It'll be time for me to do the chicken and the stuffing all over again with the stuffing anyway. Chicken, like I said, I don't do that all the time. I certainly did. In fact, I was there when you called or she called you. I was there. Well. Gonna let Carbuncle do his thing and get positioned. You know, on the gas thing, maybe I'll actually go and get these lights on. Because take care of all that. Did change later. I'm gonna use this up during the Nero cutscene. When Nero's is pining over it, I'm going to be doing, you know what? Not that. No, I just gotta run. Cause I've been drinking a lot and stuff. I wanna make sure I'm not doing it. I could go now, honestly, and just miss this cutscene, but, you know, like, not miss it, but, like, just, like, not even worry about this part where we had to run. I'll just catch up to them, and I could do that, but at the same time, I don't think I want to chance that, because then I won't, well, you know what? It don't matter, because honestly, they're going to start the battle up anyway, even so if I do miss, you know. I'll be back. Yeah. I'll be right back. On the back. Shit. Yeah. Yeah. I got a vibe. Oh, I definitely got a vibe. Yeah, you already know, 'cause I already have the song. Oh, you already know that. I know you know that as well. Sure. Yeah, man, let me get to the... Oh my god. Too funny. Let's see. That's the real tea right there. I'm on my way. Here I come. Yeah. Take it. Yeah. Cause she can't get none. Oh my god. Too funny. Ha! Yeah. I feel your pain. Yes. Oh, that's right. I feel you, man. But we all can't be winners here. Yeah. We all want to be winners, but we can't all do that, unfortunately. Huh. Wheel. Yes. Like 20 people may know of her, and then like thousands know of the other. Dude. Anyway, let's see. Alright, y'all, hang in there, cause like I said, we're gonna switch games, and then I'm gonna restart the stream, and we'll be able to do that. So just leave the stream up afterwards, and like I said, I'll join back in exact. Cause now I don't have to run to the restroom or anything. Got the lights on. I ran to the restroom, and woo! Just kidding, excuse me. Too funny. Too funny. I usually do. Let's see. At least I tried it anyway. Oh yeah, let me know how that goes, huh? Yes. I can see Caravan cool.
Look for the lips control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby. Take the lid down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima weapon.
Ooh. Yeah, I think I've worked out a pretty good little balance. I'll probably come back with Najun later on and actually do some more. But I don't want to burn myself out, and I think that's what it's kind of happening. I think I was burning myself out, you know, trying to do this, that, and the other.
Keep your eyes peeled.
But, like I said, this is also because having new characters, I've had to actually run extra to meet what I needed to meet, you know. As far as it goes, I already had all the mounts except for the Gwyver for that, but now that I have that, next time I won't have to actually do that. So unless it's a new one. But see, even some of it, but see, I already have like 4 or 5 of them, so I still gotta get the other like 3, which sucks because Shadowbringer was already kind of hard to begin with things, with the bosses. It took me a while just to be able to perfect, what's it called? Some people say different names, like I've heard people say Tatiana, Titania, you know. I say Titania, honestly. Tatiana doesn't sound right for her. So, but it took me a while just to even learn how to work her boss thing. No, man, so I say a lot of people do that. Because a lot of people, from what I have heard, they don't like the name Titania. They said it makes me think of like 10 and a Titan, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so give it a name Tatiana, okay. I'm like,
are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, everyone. Except
well, you know, I think that's what a lot of people didn't really care for. Maybe and that's why they gave that name. I couldn't tell you. All I know is that that's what I had heard people would call it. So, but like I said, I know of others that say Titania. I mean, when I look at her, I don't see a Tatiana anyway. I say Titania sounds a lot better, in my opinion. I'm like, Tatiana, that's like the name of a character that you would make. I mean, Titania could be too, but I couldn't, me, myself, and I couldn't call someone Titania. That's just me. He's a Super Saiyan.
A single path is open to the infinite. That of false
Be a fake one, but
leads to innovation.
let me think of Budokai, Shu, and Frieza's like, it can't be. He's a Super. I'm like, yeah, it can be. But like he turned gold. And then let's say get Dex, who's gonna still be doing some stuff, and then I gotta finish up with Najin, but I'll do that later on, because like I said, I'm not about to grind the heck out of this and get burnt out. Plus, like I said, I got a whole nother week, y'all. So, since I'm already so close, because I'm getting help tomorrow, and we're gonna try to get Darius and Zen, or it's gonna be next week. Like I said, just as long as we got it before Tuesday, you know, not this one, but the next weekend. But as long as we get it before then, we good. Oh, okay. Couldn't get in time. I was trying to heal. I saved him a little bit. They didn't take the full on blast. Yeah, I think I moved him a little bit in here. They would have taken a lot more, wouldn't they? I really thought that they'd move though. I really did. I mean, I've never seen person I really know. Come on in here. Look out. Poison. Poison. Oh, because they're nasty, that's why. Sure. That's why, sure. They know what's up. So you know as well as I do, shit, they nasty. Oh! I'm trying to use this combo a lot more. Now you don't really need energy drain, but it's a nice little combo to make. And like I said, you can use it, I guess, if you need something, but you don't exactly need to actually have that on. Which we're gonna get ready to switch. Like I said, stick around because I'm gonna restart this stream right away. So don't go anywhere just yet. And I'll be back on here for this later on and get some more stuff done with her. And possibly Zex if I really, really want to do some stuff. So give me a sec because I said it's going to go to blue screen, but I'm going to be right back. Alright, you. Let's see. Let it load. There we go. Alright.